Hey, what's up, guys? Vegas J is back, baby. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to be doing a strategy today that I think I've seen this on a few different channels. It's going to be a slightly different because we're going to make a little bit of some adjustments along the way. But it's a fairly straightforward system. Doesn't eat up too much of your bankroll if you're kind of playing it correctly. And you know how roulette is, man. Sometimes you're playing it correctly and you're still losing, and that's just the way that the game works. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to place a bet on odd or even. It's really depending on you. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to bounce back and forth between the 1936, the odd, and the 18 and the even. And allow me to explain. So for now, just for argument's sake or just discussion purposes, we're going to go ahead and put this on here. Just the two bets and just kind of see what happens, right? So we won $4. It's 23. Okay. Get rid of that. Now you can do a couple of different things on this. You can double up each time that you win. You can wait each time that you win. I kind of prefer to essentially, if you won on the first bet, then move over to the next one. And here's what I mean by that. So we won the 19 through 36, right? Yeah, actually won both of them. So that's fantastic. So we're going to keep going. Let's just see what happens. Now, some people would say that you just stay on this, right? Like, don't change it. I have a strategy called the statue strategy, which worked pretty well. And essentially, you just kind of didn't move, right? You stuck on one section and you didn't move the entire time. Now, one of the cool things about this is just the actual payout itself. You don't have to get too crazy with regards to doubling up and things like that. However, you do want to, I don't know why I keep saying dealers win. However, you do want to, manage your bankroll, right? So we did not win that one, right? That was 14. So we lost kind of both of them. So we're going to double them up. And essentially what we're going to do is we're not doubling every single time. I'm going to use the Fibonacci cycle or sequence rather. It's just a little bit easier for me without having to like explode your bankroll every time you double up. Oh, cool. So we did well on that. We won both of those, right? And essentially, guys, I know this sounds strange, but that's it. That's it. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated to run your strategies. Just stick to a section, play it out, see how it goes over a couple of spins. I think 20 is probably a good area. And then you'll know within those 20 spins, are you winning, are you not winning? Now, some cases are going to occur kind of very similar to this, where you may win one bet, but you lose the other one. Now, on the other one, whichever one you lose, odd or even, or 1 through 19 through 36, you just want to kind of add one more sequence to it along the Fibonacci. Now, if you're not familiar with the Fibonacci sequence, it's all over the internet everywhere. You don't need me to look for it, or you don't need me to kind of tell you too much about it, but it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. I think the next one's 34. And essentially what you're doing is adding one unit or whichever the unit is. For example, 1, if you're betting dollars, 2 is $2, 3 is $3, obviously, 5 is $5, 8 is $8, $13, etc. Now, your goal, depending on, I guess, what units you're using. If you're using dollars, it's pretty easy to follow. If you're using $5, then you just multiply 5 or whatever unit that you're basing it on, based off this little sequence right here. I'll just show you what that is. That's the sequence. Okay. All right. So what was the number? Sorry, it was 22. We won $6. Okay, we're betting 5, so we won $1 on that one. We got the 19 to 36, but we lost on this one. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna reset, and we're gonna do 1 here, and we're gonna do 2 there because we lost that odd bet. And that's it, man. It's pretty cool. You don't really have to move too much around. You actually get to sit still. You don't have to stress about moving your dollars all over the place. It is a grind. I will tell you that. It is a grind, and that's okay. So we got the odd on the 7. That's clear, and we're gonna double up there. Now, there's another strategy that I've seen. I think Casino Quest may have done this particular one, and they're doing. Let's see, we got 4 dealer, so we didn't win on those. They're betting some of these as well, like these two and that. That's completely up to you. One of my favorite strategies is actually betting these 2 sequences here, which we'll get into a little bit later. But for now, let's kind of stick with this particular strategy. You're just staying on the odds in 19 through 36. Okay, so it was a 4, so we missed both of those. Let me just clear that real quick. Oops. Boop, 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 boop. 2 for each on this one. Now, I did play this the other day live, and I'll be damned, dude. 27 evens in a row. I'm not joking. I was like, I wanted to just pull my hair out. And that's the crazy thing about these strategies, man. 17. Okay, so we got that, but we lost this one. all of these strategies, man, are great, and they're all betting style strategies, and some of them seem to work. But if you play long term, the wheel does some strange shit, man. Like, it really does. So we're up to $10 bet now. It really does, man. It's insane. You know, you can do 10 blacks in a row, or 20 blacks in a row, or 20 reds in a row, and technically, you know, that shouldn't happen statistically, but it does, right? There's just not a lot. It just happens sometimes, right? Okay, so we got 21, so let's clear this out. Up $9, nothing to write home with, but I don't even know if that'll get you a Starbucks coffee yet. All right, so we're gonna do this. So we did pretty well on that one, and then for the odd, let's do 2 for the odd. I'm gonna stick to the 1, 2, 3. I got a little off there because I was talking a little bit about it, but let's just keep playing. 10, okay. Dealer ones on that, so we're gonna move to the second, which is $2 each. Let's just play it out, baby. Let's just see how it goes. All right, 33. Okay, that's a good one. We're doing all right. Let's clear it. Go back to $1. Now you can do any units that you want on this. I'm just choosing dollars because it's an easier thing to kind of think about when you're actually playing live. If you're doing $5 to $10 and things, I mean, you can get into, you know, your bankroll pretty quickly. This particular bankroll we're playing. Oh, dealer won on that one, so we're gonna do 2. So it looks weird. I know it looks like we're doing a double up, but the very first sequence is a double, and then after that it goes 3 units, 5 units, and so forth. Hopefully we don't get to that, but hey, if we do, we do. It's part of roulette. 33. Nice. I love that. So now we're back to our base. And again, it's not rocket science, right? I'm clicking odd and I'm clicking 19 through 36. Now, I mentioned earlier on this, wow, 3 33s in a row. That's classic roulette, man. If you don't want to do these bottom sides, it's totally up to you, man. The odds are going to be essentially the same. So you can do 1 through 18, and hold on, let's get this out of the way. $2. So that was 28. All right, so we lost the odd one. So we're going to go up 1 more. You can do these 2 bets as well. There's no wrong answer to that. For this particular example, I decided to do the odds. Now, you may find a situation where you're like, dude, I just want to bounce back and forth. That's fine too. The whole concept of this particular betting cycle, hold on, so that's a 3. So we lost them both. So we double up on this one, and then we add 3. So it's 3 there. Yeah, 3. Just real quick so you understand what's happening. We have 3 units right here, and we have 2 units right here, right? Yeah. And then let's just keep them playing. Now, this is the part that gets a little tricky because you have to remember in this particular system, not the system, but this this simulator drives me nuts because you can't really see how many bets you have right here. So you got to really pay attention. When you're playing online, it's a little bit easier because it shows you the dollar amounts, so you can kind of keep track of, wait, which cycle am I on? Because you want to treat each one of these as independent bets. You don't want to. This is not necessarily a system for both of them having to, be not traded. I don't know why I keep calling them not traded. They don't have to be played together with regards to like, oh, every single one has to double if one loses. You're basically treating them as independent bets, as I just mentioned. Okay, so 26 was there, so we are now on a 5. Actually, let me just clear all this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy to think of. 19 through 36. So we won that one. So we're just going to go to $1. And I mean, hey, $6, not that much to gamble with, right? But it's easy. It just kind of keeps you going into the game. It's, again, not rocket science. It's a bouncing white ball, and you're just trying to take a little bit of advantage of it. So we won those. Excellent. So let's clear this out. Up $16. And we're starting over. And that'll definitely get you a Starbucks coffee. Probably a tall 9. Okay, so we won the odd bet, but we lost this one. So we had 1 unit, so we're moving to 2 units. Now, listen, hey, it's your money. If you want to double up and kind of every single time it happens, just double, totally your call. I don't recommend that, as you guys know from my channel. I just feel that's a really, really quick way to get to 0 fast. Okay, so we hit 20, so we hit the 19 to 36. We didn't get that one. So this one goes back to 1, and this one goes to 2. That's the part of the confusing part that I think that most people will have questions on. Is like, well, wait, James, when do I bet the odd, or when do I add these in? So we lost both of those. Not that I want to lose both of them every time, but it does make it a little bit easier on betting because you gotta put your numbers on there. Not numbers, but you know where your bets are. All right, so dealer won on both of those. So now we are moving to 3. So that's 3 and 3, and this one goes to 5. Because remember, we've had 3 losses. So that's 1, 3, 5. So I think 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay. $8. Not that much. However, if we were doubling every time, that'd be like $16. So just, I don't know, just something to be aware of. Now, here's another thing to be aware of. As you can just see, we've got 1, 2, 3, that's 4 evens in a row, right? So we gotta start kind of paying attention. You don't have to take every single roll. The goal of this is to make money. So just pay attention to that, right? So we're on 5, now we're gonna go to 8, 7, 8. That was a 10, so we missed that one. So on this one, we're on 3. $12 bet. Not too bad, not too bad. 3 red. Now we're getting into one of those sequences where the ball, you know, it's rotating, right? 116, not bad. So we're going to clear all these bets. Still up 5, but down a little bit. Just with regards to we were up to 20 or whatever. So we're going to go here. So look how many we've lost on the 19 through 36. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 5. So we have $5 on this particular bet. Now, if you also look here on the second sequence, what about the odds, right? So even, 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 even. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So same bet. The cool thing about this one, this gives you the ability to, now that we're kind of on the sequence, now we kind of know which bet is which. 5 and 5 on each section. 16, another even, another loss. That's okay. So now we move to 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Now again, totally up to you. You can double these if you like. I don't recommend it. I got in a pickle pretty quickly from doubling up. So I kind of like this Fibonacci sequence. It just makes it a little bit easier for us to kind of play. So now we move to 13. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen, baby. 9. Perfect example of how roulette truly, truly works, you know? So we kind of broke even on this one because we hit the even, but we are still a little back on this one. So we're going to clear it. Odd goes back to 1. Actually, that's not true. It goes back 2 sequences. So we're on 13, 1, 2. So this goes to 5. All right, and what I'm doing is I'm just following the Fibonacci sequence. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, blah, blah, blah. If you have questions on the Fibonacci sequence, look it up. There's like 1,000 videos on it. Okay, so we lost the 19 through 36. The last bet on that one was 13, so we go 21. Cool. And, you know, this gets a little tricky, right? You want to, I haven't moved, right? You do have the ability to move if that's where you want to go. Like, we're a little down right now, but that is what it is. 21, all right. 21, we lost the odd one, so we're going to go 2 there. And then we were at 21, the next one is 34. All right, we'll spin this bad boy out and see what happens. Oh, the double 0. You don't see that one very often. Actually, I guess you see it as often as every other number. All right, so we're going up to 5 on this one. That one was 34. All right, we're going to put a 10 here. And we'll just play this out, man. Now, if you're a little adverse to certain risk, just in general, probably shouldn't play this game at all. but so that was kind of cool. We won $108. Let's clear it out and see where we're at. So we're still down, what is that, 40? So let's keep going, man. Let's play this out. So you may be like, hey, James, I don't know if I want to keep playing the odds, or I don't know if I want to keep playing the even. So what you can do, one of my favorite bets of all time, and we lost, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. Those losses are going to happen, right? So you're supposed to triple this. I hate tripling, but I'm going to triple it up anyway because this is a fairly safe bet. If you're going to bet on things of that nature, right? So 90, no big deal. Clear that out. And remember, the goal here is 1 unit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to 1 units, man. 2, 2, 2. $4 bet. $4 bet. 32. Okay. We're doing all right. Coming up slow. All right, so we won the 32, lost the odd. We're going to add 1 there for a little $5 bet. Black 13. Okay. Won the odd, lost that one. Clear everything out. 1, 2, 3, because that's in the sequence. 3rd loss. And we're doing okay on odds. So you can play this for a long period of time. One of the things that I thought was interesting on this particular one is that it's not very profitable if you have one of those little sequences. Now, if you're doubling up, yeah, you probably caught your money back, but that could have been risky. Okay, so we're down, what is that, $20-something? So let's just stick back to it, right? 2 here. Oops, sorry. 2 on 19. Come on, James. All right, so we're gonna do 2 on each, right? 4. Not a drastic bet whatsoever. But let's see if we can turn this bad boy around. So we won $4. Kind of a break-even bet there. We missed the 19 through 36, so I'm gonna add $1 to that for number 2. Black 10. All right. We lost both of those. And now let's just clear all these. And we're gonna do something a little bit different, right? 2, 2, 3, 6. There we go. 3, 3. Let's try to keep them all together so it's just easy for us to understand. And again, this isn't some rocket science project. This is, I'm not doing anything special, right? I'm just playing the 19 through 36 and the odds. Now, I have a friend of mine who plays the opposites of these. So anytime one hits, he'll go to the opposite. So for example, if an odd hits, he'll jump to the even. If an even, and he'll just kind of go back and forth. Challenge with that is that what if you're on the other side? You and I have been there before, right? It just happens sometimes. Which one did we get? 26? Oh, okay, cool. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, let's move up these bets a little bit. Just for fun. 120. So that's break-even bet, right? Because we lost this one, so let's clear, and then let's do this. Let's stay here. So one thing you can do, and I saw this recently as well, is that when you win one of those, just drop your bet off. Right? And what I mean by that is, like, we would normally be betting odds and 19 through 36, but if you've won the odd bet on this particular roll, drop the odd bet and you kind of save yourself a little bit of money. There we go, nice little win. Let's clear that out. 92. So now we're back. So we've won them both, right? So let's just stick with 10. Easier. 16. Okay, so we lost both of those. So the second, it looks like we're doubling up each one of these, but we're not. I mean, we are here, but 20. Okay, so we won the 19, right? So a little bit of a break-even bet. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we won the 19 through 36, but we lost the odd bet. So let's go. Oops. Grab this bad boy. Put 20 on there. Now we could keep the 19 to 36 if you wanted, but again, if you're trying to like manage bankroll and things like that, this is kind of like a crap strategy style. You once you win that bet on the numbers, you just take it off, right? There we go, 492. All right, so now we won both. Let's get back to the main goal here. Black 10. Okay, so they won both. Double up a little, just on this particular one. And I'm using tens because, I mean, yes, we do use dollars, but sometimes you just, I'm gonna have some higher numbers up there. All right, so we're gonna add 1 unit because we lost both of those. So we're basically on 3. The next bet would be 5 if we lose this one, which we did. Totally normal. All right, and go 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, easy peasy, easy peasy. Red 7. It's gonna happen sometimes. 120, right? So we got that. Cool. So let's clear this. Clear. So we won the odd bet, right? Now, for safety purposes, wait. Yeah. Go here. Three, 4, 5. Cool. Now, I will say, this can get you in trouble pretty quickly, right? You can, before you know it, you're, as I speak. I personally have not played this in real games because, actually, that's not true. I have played in a real game. I haven't done too well on it, but if depending on how you're betting, like you can, like I said, you can catch up pretty quickly. However, as you can see here, we're down. What do we start with? 2,500. We're down almost a couple $100. So play this strategy. I would love to see you guys test this out. Maybe use a different betting strategy. Maybe keep the same betting strategy from a Fibonacci standpoint. Now, let's do this real quick. We're going to do some doubles up. I get a little hesitant in that because this numbers can just skyrocket. But let's play the double up scenario and see which way plays a little bit better. All right, so we won this one, but we lost this one. Sorry. 20. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the 19,236 since we already won that one. Cool. Now, clear. Now we're back. 10, 10. 2, we missed it. It's all right. We're gonna double up. I always hate the concept of just double up, double up, double up, double up. I think you guys probably do too. I mean, dude, before too long, your whole bankroll's on one roll. 29, nice. All right, so wait, did we win both of these? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, let's just keep them up there for. Actually, let's drop it. Win. Whoa, what happened? 24, okay. 24. All right, we lost that odd. Let's clear this out. Back to the odd. And the reason I'm kind of just dropping the winning bet is because I don't want to get too deep in like, you know, doubling up all over the place. I've done that before I know it. Like I said, I got $500 on a freaking roll, and man, that's just statistically that's not good for you. There we go. All right. So we're at 432. I don't know if this is a profitable session or not, but we're going to play it for a little bit longer and see what happens. Okay, one of those. Okay, double them up. I don't know about doubling up. I'd love to hear your comment on it. Yes, it's the easiest strategy, double, 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 double. But, you know, if you don't have enough bankroll, or if you just run into table limits, you're going to get hosed. Okay, so we got 17. Okay, so let's clear and double this one. Okay, so all right, going to 80. Let's just go to 90 for fun. Oh, 90, 180. So this is the challenge that I'm running into right here. 180 on a single roll. Ooh, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And you lost, right? Or I lost. Man, now you're up into the. Man. I don't know who would bet. Maybe you would, man. Maybe you would put 360 on one roll. Like that just crushes me. Oh, and it's gone again. Oh my gosh. All right, man. Let's be bold. No, hold on. Time out. I would not do this, and I don't recommend you do this either. You don't need to be placing a bet for $500. Like, don't do that. Regardless if we won, that's irrelevant, right? Like that doesn't. Who cares? The reality, and I'm up now. But the reality of that is, man, putting a $500 bet on something like that, just be cautious. That's not really. I don't think that's the great way to play a particular game. The odd and the 19,236 or the 1 through 18 evens are fun bets to play. Just be careful on what you're doing. Remember, pay attention to the table, bounce back and forth if you need to. I didn't move in this particular scenario. Granted, we came out profitable, but I think you guys saw that was a little wishy-washy. I don't know that I could play this live. I definitely could not play a $500 bet just on one thing. Now, I could play $500 bets, maybe split in the table or something like that. So just be aware of what it is. I don't know what I'm going to give this strategy. I probably wouldn't play this live, but give it a shot on the simulator. See what you guys think. Bet up as much as you can. I don't recommend doing the double up, but in this particular scenario, it ended up working out for us, right? So let me know what you think. Good, bad, ugly. Hey, you're crazy, don't ever play that, or hey, dude, you messed up on all your bets, whatever. It's all good, man. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time. Vegas J, out. See you guys tomorrow.